Hello, my name is Alyona.
And my name is Madalyn, and this is the website we spent our semester creating.
So as you can see here, we have numerous different pages on our website. This is our home page. We also have an info page, an opportunities at our high school page, an examples page of some of the products we've done, a scholarships page that provides some resources for people who are looking into a career or to college for this. And then we also finally have our About Us page, which we'll talk a little bit more in detail about each of these pages later. So did you know that only 25% of people in the computer science field are women? The goal of our project is to shine light on all the opportunities women have in our high school to do our piece to increase the amount of equality in the computer science field. For example, we researched and included links to scholarships for women in computer science right here on our scholarships page.
Additionally, we wanted to demonstrate ways to get involved at KHS, specifically the classes that are offered. Also, when creating this page, we had the opportunity to explore and learn about different types of AI. For this part of our project, we explored Microsoft Copilot and its ability to generate images. As you can see, these images are not perfect, but it was interesting to see what the AI could generate with our prompting. We encountered many challenges when creating our website. One of them was navigating Visual Studio, the platform we used to create our website.
The ways we overcame this challenge was by watching YouTube videos, some trial and error, and people in our class who were familiar with the program helping us. We also didn't know how to use CSS and had to relearn JavaScript from a previous course.
In order to combat these challenges, we completed multiple courses on Code Academy. Specifically, we used the HTML and CSS courses and made practice websites to learn our skills.
We can show you here, we have an example of a practice website that Madalyn made called the Brown Bear website. And then over here, we also have some practice that we did creating an AI for Connect 4 through Code Academy. So this uses alpha beta pruning and it creates an AI that plays Connect 4 against you. And then when we got stuck in our code, there were lots of resources that we had. We watched YouTube videos, as we said before, and we used Stack Overflow, where we were able to look up the specific errors that we were having, and people could provide little snippets of code to help us figure that out.
Some skills that I learned were HTML and JavaScript, which we used to create our slideshow. I also focused on CSS styling,
which we can show here in our, so we have all these different classes and things that we created to make sure that our website was all created correctly and that everything was evened out.
Yep, and I learned a lot about organization as a whole of the website, such as when to use div tags, as well as changing things like font, size, and colors. So all of these helped to increase the logical flow of our website and made it appealing for users.
Yeah, so some of the skills that I then focused on perfecting were animations using the keyframes, which is shown here. So basically, the keyframe function were very useful to us because they allow you to define a number of intermediate points on an animation to make sure it flows smoothly and effectively. So for example, here as shown in with the bounce in, I have a 0%, a 60%, and a 100% that changes how the images that we used kind of bounce in and look on the website as far as what percentage of the animation you're in. I also learned when and where to utilize ID tags as far as the hierarchy of stylization, because there are often times where we would apply a class to a certain thing and then we also needed to apply an ID tag, which we learned that you can only use once. It was important for me to import files and images into the correct folder and link them as well. So we have our folder over here where we had all of our images in, and then we would use that and we could drag the link of the image in here, and then we would be able to put the little link for it in. We also used for this lots of YouTube videos, Code Academy, and we had a friend in class named Cal who helped us learn all these skills as he was proficient in using Visual Studio already. All right, and just to conclude, we will show a little bit more code that we have here. So first we have our CSS file, which this would be all of our stylizing elements. We also have our JavaScript file, which we had to use to create the slideshow that we showed because it had those moving parts where you would click and look through all the different images. And then we organized our website itself into having each of the pages have its own HTML page. So for example, as you can see on here, we have an opportunities page, and then that correlates in Visual Studio with our opportunities file that we had with all of our things in it, with all of our classes and that sort of thing. So yeah.